This is the peakcast presented by Strive 365, where we strive to eliminate childhood trauma while equipping youth to become resilient and better our community. We discuss social and emotional issues affecting today's time while bringing you experienced leaders to discuss diverse topics in a fun and informative way.
Strive 365 coming to you all the way live. It's JP Kiddo Casey with my co-host Hassan Rahim the Dream. Welcome to another episode of the peakcast. Who do you have today, Hassan?
Hey guys, just want to say thanks for listening again. Today we have a special guest, someone I spent a lot of time with, someone I didn't know till the last 7-8 months, was introduced to me by one of our partners. Joseph Wilkie introduced me to this gentleman named Troy Brooks, who is the CEO of Brooks Balance 7. Troy will get you right. I'm a testament of that. And Troy is also a long jump Division III NCAA champion. If that doesn't
yes, sir.
Doesn't tell you, you gotta get right. This is the guy to go to. So Troy, I just want to give the floor to you, and you kind of want to introduce yourself and what you do, and talk a little bit about why mental health and physical activity are tied in together.
Thank you very much for the warm welcome, Hassan, and I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on the show, most definitely, especially when it's about something that I'm super passionate about. But my name is Troy Brooks, aka No Ceilings, Your Highness, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm an entrepreneur. I have 3 businesses, and the name of my 3 businesses are Brooks Balance 7. It's a health and wellness business. I have Different Kind of Records LLC, which is a music business. And I also have CDTD Real Estate, which is a real estate business. So I've been an entrepreneur for about 4 years now. I haven't been working for anybody but myself. And, I'm here to talk about something that I'm extremely passionate about, which is health and wellness. And I'm definitely looking forward to diving into the topics that we have tonight.
Yeah, one quick question I have for you before I let JP jump into the first part is, you talk about how important this passion is for you. What age did you start getting involved in track and weightlifting? And for those of you who can't see the video, there's no editing on this one. This is really what he looks like.
So when I really got serious about sports, I was probably about 18 years old. I went most of my high school career without actually participating in any sports at all. I went to Milwaukee public schools, and I was kind of a first generation for everything that I did in my family. Someone who played sports in high school, went to college, student athlete in college, that kind of thing. So everything was very much so a learning curve. I was really shy, and I didn't like to ask a lot of questions earlier on. So I didn't really take advantage of a lot of opportunities until actually my last year of high school. I ran summer track for Silver Spring Spartans, which is the AAU team. And I actually qualified for the USATF Junior Olympics. Did some pretty cool stuff, really realized at that point that I had a lot of talent on the athletic field, and I just carried on. It wasn't the smoothest path by any means. People turn 18, they go to college for their 4 years, and they have their, they're living their athletic dream. It wasn't quite like that. I wasn't a traditional student. I did go to college right away at 18, but I wasn't a student athlete right away. I really didn't understand what I wanted to do in college as far as making career out of anything.
Yeah, so we go into this section called facelifts, and faces is our key values that we have at Strive 365. So Troy, we want to ask you, when was a time you have used one of our key values? And it's called faces. And what they are is foster resilience, act with empathy, cultivate change, establish trust, or serve the youth. So you could pick one of those words and use it to how you relate it to your life today and your business.
I'm definitely going to say a powerful one is cultivating change. We live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm from the inner city, and I get to see a lot of the health that's not on the not so good side. You know, there are a lot of people who are, you know, kind of raised obliviousness towards like health and wellness and what that truly means, you know. And an example I can create is, you know, going to the gas station and grabbing a juice that says vitamin C on it, you know, but it having a load of corn syrup and added sugars that's actually not healthy for you. You know, how do you know the difference between that? And that's where I am. You know, I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where a lot of my culture don't make good decisions as far as you know, eating the correct things and taking good care of their bodies and good self-care. And why I say cultivate change is because that's where my business comes in, Brooks Balance 7, in which we bring it all together and really achieve balance in living that lifestyle and taking care of ourselves and having more self-confidence and making better choices and holding each other accountable and, you know, being more social with each other and, you know, just really caring about a lot of the things around us, you know, and bringing that all together. We're cultivating change within our community and around the people we love, for sure.
No question about that. And Troy, you were talking about cultivating change. A lot of people don't know the resources. That's why we really believe Strive 365 is something really, really unique. A lot of people in this community don't understand what mental health is, what trauma is, and sometimes they just don't know that there's resources out there. So that's why when you talk about cultivating change, it's important for every viewer, every part of our audience, everyone in this community to understand, and outside, we're just going to continue to grow, to understand that there's always resources, but you really have to be ready to look into that and learn from there.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm going to jump into the next part of our podcast, where we talk about how mental health and physical activity is so interconnected. Last year of 2020, unfortunately, we had a very serious, and it's still going on, pandemic of COVID. A lot of people, like you said, track was very important to you. Basketball is very important to me. JP talks about how, I've talked to him multiple times about how tennis was so important to him. JP, that's where you really got your identity at school, you said, becoming a state qualifier for Rufus King for tennis. So a lot of kids, unfortunately, the youth did not get a chance to participate in physical activity, their respective sports. Troy, can you kind of touch on how important physical activity and especially sports are to an individual and how it can really shape their life? And when they don't have it, how much of a negative impact it can have on their life?
Yeah, absolutely. And if it's okay, if I could use myself as an example, that would be perfect. You know, because I was a student athlete and I graduated and I really had intentions of being a professional athlete. You know, it was what steered my life. You know, it was what motivated me. And I really didn't truly have any other plans. You know, I know I will, of course, go to school, get a degree, and work at a retail place as a manager as a backup plan. But ultimately, I wanted to be an athlete, and it's what I live and breathe every single day. You know, I really shaped my lifestyle to get there. And, you know, when it didn't happen, it didn't affect me right away because I was getting other opportunities. You know, I was working at different places, but it came a point where I missed the team aspect. You know, I didn't have as close friends to me, you know, because when you're on I had a team of 55 guys that did all kind of different things. I had throwers, distance guys, sprinters, jumpers. So we're all different kinds of people, you know, and we come from different places.
Don't leave out us long distance runners, man.
What's that?
Don't leave out us long distance runners.
Oh, of course not. Those were my boys, actually. The long distance guys were my boys. But, you know, you lose all of that, you know, and it does affect you on a mental level, you know, because you're affected by your environment. And when that changes, you know, it brings about change from within. So I would definitely say not having sports, it changed my life, but it also steered me to do something else, you know what I'm saying? And because I didn't have it anymore, I had a lot of energy to do something more, you know? And after working jobs, not saying that, you know, they aren't for everybody, because we need people to do things. You know, we need astronauts, we need doctors, dentists, cooks, everything, but everybody's their own individual. And I felt from within that I need to bring about Brooks Balance 7. It's something that I had in me, and it's what I brought to the table. So given that not having sports anymore, like people don't have sports now because of COVID, you could still reach within and pull out something else. You know, we all have our own talent, our own specialty, and we're here for a reason. And I strongly believe that. And not having sports anymore, I discovered truly who I was, you know? So I thought that was extremely powerful.
And JP, if you kind of want to touch on it, I think it's a good story for you to share about how Rufus King and tennis really brought you to working with us and just becoming who you are. If you kind of want to touch on that part as well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man, tennis. I didn't play a sport, or I didn't play any sports growing up as a child. But when I hit high school, I picked up a new sport, tennis, and I didn't even know how to play. My coach just picked me up like, hey, you want to come play? It looks like you want to do something active. So I learned the sport and I learned to love the game. Senior year, qualified for the state tennis tournament, and it was an awesome experience. And so I think overall, you know, even if you don't use a sport, I feel like at the end of the day, that sport correlates to what you do today. And I feel like joining tennis led me to a lot of opportunities, like me having my role today as well.
Yeah,
so,
definitely agree. And Troy, that's
super dope, bro.
Two living examples right in front of us of Troy and JP. So yeah, sometimes it's a tough situation that we're all going through, but a lot of times you just gotta lock in, and sometimes
man. And I truly want to let kids know that are out there listening, like, this is really powerful, man, because I was told this a lot when I was growing up, that, you know, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. And I know this is kind of off subject a little bit, but it goes with the mentality piece. You can't listen to people, you know, you got to do what's inside. And I hindered myself for a long time because of that.
And I think Strive does a really great job looking into that. I mean, we've introduced tennis to a lot of schools. JP is actually the coach at Hapa. He never wants to talk about it. Those are kids who had never played tennis before, never locked in, like you said, Troy, quiet kids who just never thought an opportunity was available for them. So that's why I'm very grateful for places like Strive and Brooks Balance 7.
You can strive to do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it, for sure. You know, I remember nights that I prayed for the opportunities that I got. I cried and prayed to be an NCAA athlete, and I got the opportunity, you know, and it was worth it, you know. But it didn't all work out as I planned, but what's all happening now is meant to be. And I'm actually living my best life right now. I'm living my best life. I'm not working for anybody right now. I got multiple businesses, you know.
And we go through.
It's good to stay locked into sports, for sure. It'll lead to something, but definitely always have that backup plan, for sure.
And yeah, I can relate to that, because, like, you know, for you, like, you know, having a strong mindset, being able to persevere through all those obstacles. People who don't have that strong mindset, you know, they just give up. But, you know, your path is not a set straight path, or you're gonna go through curves, obstacles, and as long as you overcome that, your mind's gonna get stronger, better, and it's always improving. So you always challenge yourself.
Yep.
Yes,
and you're
sir.
always gonna have ups and downs. Things are gonna happen, but that's where you lock in, and that's where a big resource of Strive 365 is, that we're helping you create a change process where you're going to really learn how to handle those ups and downs.
You said it, Hassan, creating a change, my man.
So let's look at nutrition. So not a lot of our youths in Milwaukee, right? They're not eating the right nutrition. They're getting fruities at the corner store, some hot Cheetos, and a Sunny D. But how important is nutrition for a young student's lifestyle, and how can we as a community provide them more of those resources?
Absolutely. I would say that nutrition is the foundation of our being, period. We truly are what we eat, and eating enhances our functionality in the world. Our body has lots of different systems. We digest food. Our body has a way of cleaning itself. um, you know it dictates how we feel. It is fuel for us to go, just like gas is fuel for a car to go. The kind of food that we put in our body does the same thing. And sometimes we could be consciously unaware of it, but we're always tired, we're always fatigued, we aren't thinking as sharp as we possibly could. And that's because we are neglecting what we should really put in our body, or we're unaware of what we should be putting in our body. It's easy to go to the gas station and grab that bag of Cheetos and the Capri Sun. It tastes good or whatnot, but it's not giving you the nutritional value to carry forward. You need sustainable energy to carry forward throughout your day, especially a student, someone who's utilizing their mind for different things throughout the day for long periods of time. You have to have sustainable energy, and that energy that we put inside ourselves totally dictates that. So
for a lot of the youth who aren't getting this nutrition, or they're just unaware, what are some ways, because nowadays it's been tough, especially with the students who don't have the nutrition, being at home. A lot of families, unfortunately, sometimes are in situations where they can't afford the greatest foods, or some families, it's even tough for them to even have a meal to come around. What's one piece of advice you give to those families that just don't have the resources to know what to eat? Where do they go? What do they do?
Absolutely. First, I would like to say that there are some misconceptions that eating healthier costs more, but this is definitely true coming from an upcoming chef that preps on a weekly basis. There's a there has to be a profit margin in business. And I go to the store, I shop, and I get the best stuff for my clients. I actually go above and beyond and get the gourmet quality stuff. I get fresh produce, and those are the things that they should actually be eating, because they're going to have the most vitamins and minerals in it. And other than actually shopping and spending your money at the grocery store, there are local open pantries that actually give away food. They give away vegetables, dairy, all kinds of different things, and they have different time blocks where they have this. And it's all over the city. You can definitely go and do that if you don't have the funds. So that's an excellent resource. That's something that I actually took advantage of. And as a college student, I would go to the open pantry and they were stocked, bro. I'm talking about Campbell's soup, all the goods, bro. And you can stock up. So and they want you to take advantage of those resources. So definitely do that. It's better than going to the gas station to get the things that aren't going to give you the good energy, the good mind power that you need to carry forward.
One thing I was really impressed with in the summer was, or a little bit before the summer, I'm sorry, when COVID first came around in March, April, and May, JP and myself had the opportunity to work with actually one of Troy's really good friends, and my really good friend JP's as well, Joseph Wilkie of MAS. MAS actually started a meal prep that they started giving away meals to all their students, just making sure that they ate right. So a lot of our partners did that, made sure, Hapa I know did that as well, talking to Luke McAvoy. So I know a lot of schools did that. So it's great to know that the schools out there understand how important nutrition is as well. And that's something that we're really proud of our partners for stepping up to the plate as well, making sure that the students have ate correctly.
Yes, sir. And you also got to be, a trendsetter sometimes. If your environment is lacking what it takes to actually eat well, and you feel inside, hey, I want to do this, mom and dad aren't, be encouraging, say something, say, hey, let's try this tonight. I think that we live in a world where a lot of people have phones and things of that sort. different websites you can go to. Pinterest, they have great ingredients that you can go and look up.
Can you share one activity that they can be doing at home? As there's a lot of people who unfortunately don't have a gym available to them, or they don't have a vehicle to get to a gym, or a lot of gyms have restrictions and whatnot. Can you give the audience one activity that they could do at home, maybe every single day or just once a week or whatever you can think of, something that will really get them triggered into going into a good lifestyle as far as activating their mind and their body?
That you guys can do at home that's going to promote good physical and mental activity would definitely be yoga. It's going to promote all kinds of good, and there's a lot of benefit in it, not only the physical, which is increasing your range of motion, but it allows you to subtly become more one with yourself and your own movement and understanding and feeling your own spirit. You know, it's pretty powerful stuff. And you can get yoga routines on YouTube. I'm sure they're available for rent at your local video store and things of that sort.
All right, so we're getting to the end of our segment. It's called Cope It Out. And COPE is our acronym we like to use. It's 4 words: communication, offering, positivity, and empowerment. When have you, Troy, used one of our acronyms to your daily life or at work or in a situation that you've experienced before recently?
Let me see. I'm trying to look for those acronyms.
Oh, I put them on there on the chat, Troy.
Oh, you said you just put them up?
Yep, they're on the chat. So communication, offering, positivity, or empowerment?
I'm gonna say communication. I think communication is extremely important, especially as an entrepreneur. And, I think that question was, how do I use that towards my clients? I'm always in communication with my clients. They're like my family. I care about what's going on with them, and that creates positive energy. Caring about someone, they're going to have that reciprocal action. If you show that you care, if you do things to enhance their life, that energy is going to come back. That's just how it is with family.
Troy, we appreciate your time, your support, and also participating in this peakcast with us. So you get 30 seconds to promote whatever you want, and it's going to be all over our podcast, on our website, on our social media. So you got 30 seconds to promote whatever you want. I'm gonna time you too. So
all right. What's good, world? It's your boy No Ceilings. I just want to say follow me on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at brooksbalance_7. You can follow everything that we're doing. We got the website brooksbalance7.com. Check us out. You can book sessions, see what our services have to offer.
Guys, if you guys want to know all Troy's information, it will be in the description down below. All his information will be posted below. So Hassan, you could wrap us up.
Yeah, guys, we just want to say thank you so much for listening, being a part of our podcast tonight as well. Troy, thank you so much. So what we want you guys to really take away is that physical activity is so related to mental health. Mental health has so much more to it than just necessarily being about what you go through in school. There's physical activity, nutrition, finding ways to be active and being around positive influences as well. So Troy has really built his business to make sure that he keeps positivity around. Strive 365 is going to continue to give resources to the youth. We're going to find ways to keep you mentally positive and keep your physical activity up. We'll continue to provide you guys with virtual videos, lessons, and just different ways to grow. I'm not trying to be Troy and shout myself out too far out, but Strive 365, we're just going to continue to give you guys a lot in any possible way we can, and just continue to listen to the podcast, and you'll take away a lot from that. But continue to visit our website, and we'll continue to give you guys what we can give you. So thank you guys so much. Strive 365 coming to you all the way live.